Hi, this is Nitin from Tech Caesar. Today I recorded this video to discuss the caching strategy in Salesforce Commerce Cloud. Um, Caching is a very important concept or a feature which we should consider at the time of solutionizing or implementing a feature in any e-commerce site. So, for example, when customer comes to the browser and open a website, request goes to the server, and on that server checks that whether that request is already cached or not. If it is already cached, then it to pull that information from the caching database and serve back to the browser. So it's pretty fast because it's already built. So server is just serving it back. But if that request is not cached, then server build that page from the scratch and then serves back to the browser. So you may see a difference between a cached page versus non-cached page, where it's quickly served if it is cached, where it will take few milliseconds to second uh, when it is creating from the scratch. So, but every page cannot be cached because if it is a personal information which is different from customer to customer, then you would not like to cache that. Otherwise, first customer will see the right information, but when the second customer will come on and request for the same same page, uh, that customer will see the information for the first customer. So for an example, my account area will be different from customer to customer, or cart page or checkout page will be different for customer to customer. So these pages will not be cached, and every time whenever the request comes to the server create those pages from the scratch and serve back. But the pages like the home page, search pages, product detail pages, or some content, these pages are mostly common between the customers. So that's why it is being cached and served immediately whenever it is these pages will be requested. So if you'll see it here on the browser, uh, this is the home page, and if you'll see, if I open this toolkit, and in the toolkit there is a cache information. The moment you will click on cache information, it will show that what area is cached versus not. So you are seeing this red icon here, and this red icon means that this area is not cached, and which is good because my account or the card page will be not cached, because I might have a zero item in my card, you might have a two items in your card. If it is cached, it will show your card to me, or vice versa. That's why these things are not cached, while the header is common for all the customers. So that's why the caching has been implemented. And then these are the components which has been built. Again, it might be the one giant page, or pages might be built with the different components. And so that's why, and again, each component can be cached or non-cached, depends on what you are displaying in that component, whether it's a customer specific or versus the common between all the customers. Based on that, you will implement that caching strategy in the component. So yes, so this page is built with the main different component, but all the components are also being cached. If you'll put the over here, it's saying internal, it means that it's a local include, and then it is being cached. There is I will cover this local versus remote include in a different video. But when you build a component in SFCC, there are the two. You can build a component either local include or the remote include. If it is a local include, so whatever the caching strategy you will put into the page will be automatically implemented into the local include. You cannot have a separate caching mechanism for the local include components. But for the remote include, uh, it's a separate call to the server. So let's say that you have one page, and then you in the one page you have one component which you added as a remote include. So one request will go for the page, and internally the second request will go for the remote include, and remote include will have its own caching mechanism. uh, but yeah, as I said that I will cover that in the depth in later video. So this is how it is cached, and then footer is also cached. Now if you'll go to the category page, let's say Nike, let it be open. Here also you will see that the page is cached, these styles are also cached, and it's a product hit tile which is being cached for 24 hours. So and now if you go to the PDP, one more thing that in SFCC it is being cached at the URL level. So whenever this URL will be hit and this page is cached, now SFCC knows that okay, slash Nike is already cached. So next time, whenever any customer requests slash Nike within 24 hours, it will be served from the cache. Uh, but next time, if you are opening a Reebok and Reebok is the first request within 24 hours, so it will be created from the scratch, put into the cache database, and then served back to the customer. Next time, if any customer will come and open the slash Reebok, uh, it will be served from the cache if it is within 24 hours. Now, if you go to the PDP, so PDP, if we'll see the main page is not cached, which is product hyphen detail, but the components are cached. That was the strategy was being taken here. So if you'll see that this area is being cached, product hit tile, and here the customer also viewed is not cached because customer you might have seen product ID 123. I have seen product ID 345. So that's why product customer also viewed will be different from customer to customer. So that section is not cached, but the tile is cached. So if you have seen product ID 123 and I have seen product ID 345, so product 3 is has been viewed by you, so it is cached. Next time when I will come, since product ID 3 product tile 3 is cached, so that will be served from the caching, but 4 and 5 was not viewed earlier by any customer. So that's why for 4 and 5 will be created from the scratch and put into the cache to deliver it here. So that's why product tile are cached so that it will not be recreated again and again. But customer also viewed section is not cached because it's different from customer to customer. If you scroll down, the footer is cached, and if I will go to add to cart and go to the cart page here, this section is not cached because again it's a different for customer, but page include is being cached and footer is being cached, right? So that's the thing in SFCC that whenever you are creating any new site or implementing any feature or fixing a bug, you need to consider whether that particular component should be cached or not, and should it be cached and follow the same caching strategy what the main page is where it will be included, or should it be cached separately uh, and should not follow what on the main page. So for an example, let's say that you have a you are displaying a price in the price style, right? And in the price style and the price you are getting a price at every 1 hour or let's say 4 hour. So you know that every 4 hour price might change, and so that's so if that is the case, then you will not cache the price at the price style level, because price style is cached for 24 hours but price will be cached for 4 hours. So you will remote include the price section and you will put the cache for 4 hours. So the whole price style is cached for 24 hours but prices are being cached only for 4 hours because you are changing it at every 4 hours. Or if you are putting some customer information, or putting a personalization or something, then you will have to consider the caching from that angle as well. uh, Cache, you also need to ensure that whenever you are testing or QA is testing, caching is on in the environment. Otherwise you will see caching related issues directly on production where caching is turned on and you cannot turn off the caching on the production. And there you will see that customers are seeing the other customers information, uh, right? So please ensure that we are considering caching as a main part of our solution, and we are also strategizing and ensuring that it is being tested, or QA is being tested, QA is testing for the caching aspect as well. uh, if you will go into the business manager, Let me quickly open Business Manager. 1 second. 1 minute. It has. I have. I'm just logging in into the sandbox. Okay. Now, if I log in into my sandbox and if I go to the sites and I will go to the particular site, then here I will see the cache as an option, and here I can, if I click on invalidate, my sites will be maybe by my sites cache will be cleared. So if it is cached, let's say that you are creating a cache for 24 hours, so it will be automatically cached at 24 hours. But if there is some issue and you have updated that area, then you need to clear the cache so that updates can be displayed onto the website. So this is the area where you would like to come and invalidate it. Since it is sandbox, that's why this enable page caching is unchecked, but on production this will be checked and disabled, so you cannot uncheck this checkbox. And you will see some numbers here which is equal to 24 hours on the production. You cannot change that. uh, but on the product, on the staging, development and sandbox, you can make it 0 and you can uncheck it, so that when you are developing you can see the changes immediately. But as I said, on the QA box you should ensure that this is also enabled and you have put some numbers here, so that when QA is testing, they are testing on the cached version, uh, just to ensure that there is no issue around the caching. uh, in later video, I will cover the partition cache, custom caching, and the query string based caching. But in this video, I will wrap it here. Thank you for watching my video. Please subscribe to my channel so that you will be notified for my upcoming videos. Thank you very much. Bye bye.